A wild first day of the round of 16, one that saw the host country Brazil go down to the wire against Chile before emerging victorious. For more now, let's go to Rio and Joel Richards. Joel, how's it there right now? Looks fun.
Evening, Susan. Well, another spectacular day in this World Cup. As you said, we're now into the knockout phase, and so it really is everything on these games. Great tension, fantastic atmosphere, it must be said, at all of these matches. And in Brazil and Chile's game, really, as you said, it went right down to the wire. Brazil, the hosts, expecting to perform slightly stronger than they did, really, and it really meant that everyone watching this match, we saw it at the Fan Fest here in Rio de Janeiro. People were expecting, especially after an early goal for Brazil, for the home side to build on that, but they came up against an extremely strong Chilean side, very well organised by the coach Jorge Sampaoli, and then got back into the game with the equaliser. And Chile, taking the game then into extra time, hit the bar in the very last minute of time added on, the extra time, taking then which would have, of course, given Chile a dramatic win. So the game going to penalties. The Brazilian keeper Julio Cesar, the hero of the hour with 2 penalty saves, but certainly much harder work for Brazil than they would have liked, Susan.
I know. I got to say, Joel, I can't imagine two teams with a more fired up fan base. We just had a live shot from Colombia with Michelle Vega, where the fans were just going crazy. They were so excited for so many reasons. And of course, the host country, Brazil, is so excited as well. What are the chances here that Brazil's going to pull this out?
Sure. Well, of course, in Colombia, it's the first time they've reached the quarter-final stage, so great reason for them to be celebrating. Here in Brazil, they're much more used to winning 5 World Cups, more than any other, and of course, as hosts, they have that extra benefit, if you like, of the home support. Of course, with it comes great pressure. At the Fan Fest today, we saw elderly women in tears during the penalty shootout, but there's great pride in the Brazilian national team. People with shirts and flags. The underground, the subway that we got just to come here to Maracanã earlier today, full of supporters, all getting behind the side. Lots of optimism, lots of expectation, but also, it must be said, sometimes slightly verging on complacency. One newspaper had on their front page the flight times for return flights from Rio to Santiago in Chile. So they got a bit ahead of themselves, but nonetheless, of course, great pride and great expectation on the Brazilian side.
Well, we are certainly living through you vicariously. We wish we were there, and we'll be watching. Thank you so much, Joel Richards, reporting live from Rio.